Hello everyone, this is Senrex here from the Order 66 Hellions, and today I'm doing my 12th roster review on RUI VuuSen. I really enjoyed this account, so let's go ahead and get right into it. First on the itinerary today, we're going to be doing the account overview, the fleets, the roster, and the Datacrons in-game, making those discussions, keeping the same format as the past few roster reviews. I know there was a lot of change there at the beginning. Then we're going to be coming back to this format, doing the Grand Arena Championship, mods, suggestions, and self-promotion. Let's get right into this in-game footage. All right, everyone, so we're going to be going over VuuSen's roster today, and first what screams out at me is it looks like his account is performing very well in the Fleet Arena with the first order lineup, which is really quite impressive. Not a whole lot of people know, but this first order lineup can counter the Executor pretty effectively. So if you're in a newer arena shard that is dominated by Profundities and Executors, using this lineup can really take you quite far and get you earning some consistent crystals. And all it really requires is having some Supreme Leader Kylo Ren characters up and the tank fleet the first order tank ship. Let's jump right into his Fleet Arena roster, and there's a few things we're going to note. It looks like he has a very high relic BAM, a lot of high relic pilots here, a lot of really solid teams we would like to see. His first order is obviously up to relic as he has Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. A few things to note: he has his BTL Y-wing, his Hyena bomber, and his Vulture droid all up to 7 stars, but what appears to be missing is his Rebel piloted ship. Oh no, it's just down here. Yeah, it's just level 1, so he doesn't really have a whole lot of Rebel ships, so this is just, a little pet peeve of mine. I would definitely take that one up a little bit if I was in his shoes. But looking at his overall capital ships, he's got the Malevolence, the Executor, the Negotiator, the Finalizer, 4 very solid ships, especially for someone who's in the 5 million GP range to have. His Executor is only 5 stars, which is likely why he's using his first order lineup in Fleet Arena. Once he gets to 7 with a Fleet Arena that is as old as his account, I doubt that he's going to have any real competition getting up to first place every night consistently. So his fleets overall are very good. If I was in his shoes, maybe I'd focus a little bit on my Empire fleet, as he has, TIE Interceptor and the TIE Defender almost up to 7 stars. So working on a good Executrix or Chimera Empire fleet would only help him in countering more Profundities and Executor lineups. But overall, his fleet status is very good. Talking about his characters in his roster right now, he has 2 Galactic Legends, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and Jabba the Hutt. I think this is an amazing pairing, especially at 5.4 million galactic power. He's got a lot of solid characters. What you're going to notice is that a lot of these characters don't really have the Zetas that you would like to see, or they just don't have Zetas at all. So he's, in a similar place as a lot of the other rosters I've reviewed recently, where he's got characters like Captain Rex and Darth Revan who are at decent gear and relic levels, but they just don't have the Zetas. And I think this is indicative of the fact that he's farming characters quicker than he can he's farming characters to relic and gear quicker than he can apply the Zetas on them. So in his current situation, it looks like he just finished obtaining Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker and is heading already to his 3rd Galactic Legend that is going to be Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. I think this is a great idea. Getting a 3rd Galactic Legend before 6 million GP is really going to set you above your opponents in your Grand Arena Championships. But what can he do to improve the overall health of his roster? First and foremost, I think something that screams out at me is that a few of his characters, important to note, his Droideka and his Qui-Gon Jinn are not up to relic levels, but he has Omicrons in them. The difference that a relic Qui-Gon Jinn makes compared to a Gear 12 Qui-Gon Jinn in terms of offensive capabilities and defensive capabilities in Grand Arena Championships is massive. So I would certainly recommend taking these 2 characters up to Gear 13 so you can get the full extent of the Omicron investment that you put in them. Next, looking at his roster, there's a few things that I would like to see a little bit higher level. First and foremost, if you scroll all the way down here, his Wat Tambor, who is used in a lineup with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren to counter Lord Vader, is not up to 7 stars yet. I don't know if that's just the fact that he has been in a lackluster guild who has not been farming Wat shards really frequently, or if that is, he just hasn't fully invested in taking Wat to 7 stars yet or gearing him up. That would lead to that as well. Next would be the Armorer. I don't even see her in his roster, but the Armorer is a very helpful character to have with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren when you are trying to do the Jabba the Hutt counter or you're trying to do the Lord Vader counter. Armorer is an absolute beast. All you really need to do is get her up to Relic 4, Relic 5 so she can survive just long enough in order to pass on that best card ingots to your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Next, what we're going to be talking about is his Sith Empire lineup. You got Darth Revan, got Bastila Shan Fallen. He does not have a Darth Malgus that I've seen, or sorry, a Darth Malak that I've seen, but these characters are amazing overall. So I would certainly recommend focusing on your Sith Empire a little bit. But overall, the totality of the roster is very, very, very nice. A lot of high relic characters for a roster that has such low GP. This has clearly been very well thought out and very well grinded and very well improved. Jabba the Hutt under 6 million GP is going to serve you so well when it comes to your Grand Arena Championships for such a long time. So this roster is very, very, very amazing. The last thing we're going to talk about is Datacrons. And can I say I love what I see right here? Lots and lots of Datacrons, even though some of them are not up to high levels, but they all have very, very passable secondary stats and bonuses on them, which is what we like to see. Keep in mind, this is more Datacrons up to level 3 or higher than we see for most of the people that I do roster reviews on, and this account only has 5 million GP. So great, great work on getting Datacrons up. This Sith Trooper Datacron is also extremely, extremely nice. I'm sure he enjoys using that much, or a whole lot in a lot of game modes. So overall, amazing job on the roster, amazing job on the Datacrons. Just work on finishing up a few of those teams like Darth Revan, and we'll get right back and talk about your Grand Arena Championship performance. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the in-game footage. Now we're going to be talking about his Grand Arena Championship performance. Now, I love this graph. We're seeing some amazing Grand Arena Championship progression, pushing from about what is that? Chromium 3 to a Rhodium 3 in just a couple seasons of 3v3. First and foremost, how are we going to keep this train rolling? First, we're going to work on modding, and second, we're going to put that Jabba the Hutt on defense. I was looking through his defensive lineups. Once you get Ultimate Jabba the Hutt in a Rhodium, you're going to want to slap him on defense, and this is going to carry you very, very, very far, as he is amazing on defense, particularly when a lot of your opponents will just have absolutely no answer to him whatsoever. So overall, your performance is doing really, really, really well in Grand Arena Championship. So we're just going to work on acquiring more characters to help you do even better in the future. Let's talk about mods. So you've got a very, very, very solid mod score. I see a lot of 20 plus mods, a lot of 25 plus mods, and a lot of 15 plus mods, which is really what we'd like to see for a roster around your level. A couple good relics, lots of good relics. But in your case, you're lacking the 15 plus speed mods, which I think is really holding your mod score back. So if I was in your shoots, I would focus on farming 5B and 5A mod materials, 5A and 5E mod materials, as well as 6E and 6D mod materials from the mod battles. Once you're done with that, I would work on slicing mods between 14 to 15 speed from 5A, 5B, to 6D, and this is going to drastically increase the number of 15 plus speed mods you have, giving your roster more overall depth and allowing you to punch up better in Grand Arena Championship. Talk about going forward. So first and foremost, you just got Jabba the Hutt, you got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, you've got a really nice looking roster at this point. What's going on? I would certainly work on your Galactic Republic. Your gas is missing a Zeta. A couple of your Galactic Republic characters aren't up to quite high enough relic. I'd work on taking, your Padme lineup all the way up to Relic 5, Relic 6, Relic 7 to give you a really solid Galactic Republic team. This is going to allow you to, improve on defense and territory war, counter Inquisitors, and Padme is just a really solid lineup that I have farmed on all of my accounts that I've reused, and she has served me very well late into the end game. So I think finishing up your Galactic Republic lineup would probably do you a lot of benefits in the future. Next, I'd work on Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. It looks like you have Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker already. So Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is an easy next Galactic Legend to get. He is extremely viable and really good on offense. great at countering Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, great at countering Jedi Master Kenobi, just a great Galactic Legend overall. And paired with Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, he is amazing for galactic challenges and events like Conquest that are annoying where your opponents just outspeed you to the umpteenth degree. So Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is an absolute must. Next, after this point, I work on farming Sith Empire, Starkiller, Imperial Troopers, and Inquisitors. These 4 teams are great offensive and defensive powerhouse teams. Sith Empire, Starkiller are great on defense. Imperial Troopers and Inquisitors are amazing on offense. I would recommend these 4 teams because where you're at, you're going to have a lot of Galactic Legends for low galactic power, but you're going to be missing out on a few of these core teams. I think Sith Empire is going to take you very, very, very far and leave you in a good position when later in the game you decide to farm Leviathan. If you've already got your Sith Empire lineup up to Relic 5, you're going to be in a lot better situation. Starkiller is amazing for Grand Arena Championships, and that seems like a game mode that you're performing very, very well in. So I think that getting Starkiller would help you out drastically. Imperial Troopers are an amazing team that are going to help you punch up and pull off some amazing attacks on offense. So getting your Imperial Troopers up is definitely a great, great investment at this point in the game. And lastly, our Inquisitors. You know me, I love Inquisitors to death. So whenever I see someone that doesn't have Inquisitors, I'm probably going to recommend they farm them sometime soon. If you're looking to get into a really high-level guild because you have a really competitive account for your GP level, having Inquisitors is going to drastically increase your overall account stock. So I would definitely say Inquisitors should be on your radar if you're looking at getting into a 400+ million GP guild with your extremely focused roster. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'm doing free roster reviews. If you post your Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.gg in the comments down below, I'm plugging 3 guilds as always. The Discord link will be in the description for all 3 below. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a fantastic day.